back in the year 1977, after the death of David Sheldrick, who was a naturalist and the senior founder warden of the Large Sava National Park. He died in 1977, and this project was started in his memory under the management of the widow, who is now the late Dr. Dame Daphne Sheldrick, who's been running the project since then until 2 years ago when she passed on, leaving the mandate to her daughter Angela Sheldrick, who was running the project together with the mother for about 17 years before the mother passed on. Right now, the project is under the management of Angela Sheldrick. And so we are taking care of orphan baby elephants and orphan baby rhinos, and later on reintroducing them back into the wild. And that is why all the babies you're going to see here today are orphans. They all have been rescued from different parts of the country, and they have different reasons for being orphans. Some of them, we know exactly what has caused them to be left orphans, and that is why we rescue them. Others, we are really not very sure. But since the others were found when they are still at a very young age, at an age where they would not have survived without the mother's milk, and also without protection against other dangers, that is why we had to come in and help rescue them. And an elephant will need the mother's milk for the first 2 years minimum. And this means if they happen to lose the mother, so they're below 2, they will not survive. They can easily starve to death or can be attacked by the lions and the hyenas and be killed. And so that is the reason why we have to come in, so that we can help rescue them and raise them here in the nursery for approximately 3 years. And any time after the age of 3, we will start to reintroduce all the elephants back into the wild. We necessarily don't take them where we found them, but we'll always reintroduce them to Tsavo East National Park and Kibwezi Forest. And so we've got 3 stations based with our keepers. We lead the elephants out in the park every day, setting them free, so that they can interact with different groups of wild elephants and communicate and make friends. Late in the evening, all our orphans will be directed to our base where they all spend the night. But after a long period of interaction and communication with different groups of wild elephants, the relationship between our orphans and the wild elephants becomes a strong bond, which means our orphans will be invited and adopted in these groups of wild elephants. Once they all get adopted, they will be trained by the wild elephants on how to stay back into the wild naturally. Will be protected against all other dangers out in the wild by the wild elephants. Will also be warned against human beings by the wild elephants, which means all the orphans that you can see here now at some point will have become as wild as any other elephant out there. This process of reintroducing them back into the wild takes quite a long time before it fully happens. It takes a minimum of about 5 years before they start to make friends among the wild herds. And it takes this long period because it depends on the different characters of different elephants. It depends on the reasons that have caused them to be left orphans. It also depends on their age when they became orphans. It also depends on the fact that the elephants will always stay in groups and families. And that is why strangers are not just invited anyhow in a herd of wild elephants. And that is why our keepers have to stay with them until the time they will be adopted. Once they all get adopted, then we can successfully say we've achieved our target. Our main target here is to rescue them since they've been found orphans and raise them, and later on reintroducing them back into the wild. And this means if an elephant comes to the nursery, this young elephant will stay with us for a minimum of between 8 to 10 years before they start to become wild. Right now, we've got a total of 17 elephants in the nursery. We're going to say 16 out of the 17. One elephant will not come down for this public viewing.